Emma, you want to start with this really harrowing story, which I found myself watching some of the CCTV just before going to bed, which is a really bad idea. Really powerful words from the judge yesterday when she said to the perpetrator, you had the element of strength and surprise, but in every other way, she was better than you. And I thought that was really powerful from the judge.
No, absolutely. I mean, Zara Aleena was just walking home. She wasn't even the first woman that he targeted. She was just the one he targeted, I hate to use the phrase, but most successfully. It's absolutely horrific. And I think it really does, with that story and the story in The Guardian about rape convictions, I think that's bookended this real sense, and you and I were discussing it off air, Isabel, that there's just this constant low-level fear that women have, and a guardedness and a wariness and a being aware that I think some men just aren't conscious that that's how women are feeling nearly all the time. We're not feeling it on, the highest level, but we are always feeling it. One of a tweet that I sent a few years ago went absolutely viral around the world, and it said, we absolutely know that it's not all men. It's just that we never know which men it is, and that's the problem.
Do you, as a woman, feel frightened, insecure, walking home at night, if maybe you've left a tube station or a railway station? I
mean, I'm an idiot. I know from my tweets that your viewers very much agree with that. But
they love you.
But I am kind of a bit bolshy.
Right.
So I will walk any time of the day or night from the tube to my house. I famously once walked from my friend's house to mine at 2 a.m. through the red light district of my area. And I was stopped 11 times.
Right.
And I was wearing a jumper and DM boots. I was not dressed for business. And you're constantly aware. I am not constantly frightened, I'm constantly aware. I look for the shadow behind me. I make sure that someone overtakes me when there is somebody coming up behind me. I will slow down to make sure that happens. I have my keys. I'm very aware of where they are in my pocket. That's probably as much to just reassure myself than I could actually do anything about it. I'm aware that anyone could overpower me very easily. I don't let it affect my life as much as I can possibly help, but that awareness is constant.
What I find really odd, sometimes walking home late from the tube, I'm walking behind someone, they're on their phone, looking at their phone, or they've got headphones on and they're listening to music, and I think, are you mad?
I listen to music.
People could be coming up behind you. Male and female.
But I tell you, Andrew, from very, very strong experience, I know when someone's coming up behind me, no matter how loud the music is in my ears, because, as I say, you look for the shadow, you just have a sense, you can feel when someone's behind you. But, I mean, again, as I say, I'm not going to let my life be diminished. I want to listen to my podcast, I want to listen to my music when I'm walking down the street, and I don't think it's their choice to stop me doing that.
And these things are thankfully incredibly rare. But that being said, I mean, I've had the misfortune of covering lots of murder trials in my time and been in court with lots of murderers. I was absolutely astounded and actually really surprised that Jordan McSweeney refused and was granted his wish to not sit in the dock and face his justice. Since I didn't know that
it's been going on for years.
Absolutely shouldn't be allowed.
They should be dragged into the court to face the accused, to face the victim's family.
He didn't want to go through the trauma of
reliving it.
Hello.
There are people going through trauma, and it ain't you, bro.
Yeah, it's Zara Aleena's family.
And actually, it's part
of
the process for the family to actually see him.
I agree.
Even if he doesn't show any remorse, you just know that justice has been served.
And isn't it a sign that they're allowed to do this? That yet again, it's not about the victim, it's about the perpetrator.
Absolutely.
We're always worrying about the wretched perpetrator.
Perpetrators are victims,
Since when?